Yo, what's good, y'all? Back with another video. We're gonna try and shoot. As you can see, we back. We at the older spot, but I found a new spot for us. You know, just a reminder, part 2. Let me see if I can find it. And wow. Okay, we're here, but kind of got ruined. I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. Hold on. Well, I mean, this was the spot, but feel me. Whoa! There was a freaking bug! Of course. Look at that one, bro. Are we fucking freaking serious? Well, now I know there's spiders in the area, so that sucks, but we're good. Alright, found a spot. I am kind of like almost in someone's backyard, but I won't be talking that loud anyways, hopefully. So this is, you know, just a calm, just a reminder. It's really been something that's concerned me, and it's really low-key affected me. Just a reminder, part 2, comparing and competing. 2 primary focuses. It's really been like a big one that's been like eating me alive that I've been thinking about, because it's like there's a lot, you know, going on right now, and one of those things is comparing to one another, and it's just something that's been like stuck up to me, you know. It's been something I've done, comparing has been something I've done for like a really, really long time, and it's very unhealthy. Because I was talking to my mom, and just like a prime example, I was comparing my mom, and hold on, there's a bug, bro. Are we serious? I was comparing my mom to other family members and stuff like that, and she told me, James, you have to stop comparing. And low-key, it's been something that's like I've started to realize ever since he told me that. It's been something I've realized, and it's like it's not only me. It's just I'm a prime example, because, bro, I've done it like for such a long time that I've an unconsiderable amount of times where I've been like going over a friend's house, or I've gone over a cousin's house, and I've done these things, and I was like, dang, I wish I had this, or dang, I wish I had this type of mom, or this type of dad, or I wish I had this type of family, or this sister, or that. And low-key, I've realized that it's not only me. It's been people, you know, that have also that's compared their life to others, to rich people, to friends that have something they don't have, to an aunt and whatnot. It's a lot. I've realized it a lot, and it's something that also leads to competing. And I just realized like those 2 right there is I don't want to say is the primary reason why everything's going downhill in this world, but it's something where we have to fix it. Comparing mostly, primarily comparing. I was watching this video, and it was a very, very very philosophical video, and it said, if you constantly compare yourself to other people, constantly compare yourself to this person who gets to talk back to their family, and this person, you know, so forth. They said, the more you constantly compare yourself to somebody else, you'll never be content with anything. And I realized it's something that is indefinitely true. There's a lot of times where I've looked at something or someone and I've been like, I wish I could be that person, or I wish I could have this. But when I really watched that video, and it was something that like I primarily dealt with, because it's like, dude, just worry about yourself. You know, you gotta focus on yourself. You gotta love yourself before you get to the things and you know, flesh out how you act towards people and whatnot. It was mostly that. And it's like, when you're not content with anything you have, you don't see the beauty in things. You don't take something at face value and you're like, dang, this is really cool, or dang, you know, I can't wait to do this again. You don't treasure it as a memory. You know, you don't have that. When you have something and they have something that's better than you, you really start to realize, dang, I fucked up, or you know, you regret, and then you look back and you're like, I should have cared for that thing more, or I should have realized how important that thing was. And I think that leads into, like, you know, how you take things presently. You know, it really affects how you perceive life. The reason why I feel like that leads to competing is because some people take comparing as competition. And it can get bad, man. It can get bad. You know, you want to be like this person, and you try your hardest. You dress up like them. You know, you put on the same clothes as them. You put on the same clothes. You got the same necklace. You got the same shoes and everything. But you realize that's not you, man. That the person you can be is the person you are now. If that makes sense. The person you look up to, if you're trying to even compete with them, you realize, you know, you're not taking anything at face value. Once again, it's a really mind-boggling thing that I'm starting to think about more and more. Why do I have to compete? And that's another thing, you know, being born in America is like, you know, you're growing up to always compete with one another. And especially in capitalism, it's always been a thing of like industrialism and factories and, you know, this business doing better than the other. It's like you start to think, and it's like, why do we compete? Why do I have to try and be better than this person that's already good at what he's at, you know? And it's like, once you realize those things, the more you start to finally treasure the things in front of you, and you start to enjoy enjoy what you have, what others don't have at all. You know, that's another thing. We compare ourselves to people that, for example, are living at Switzerland and they have the most beautiful view ever. But I mean, I'm looking right now and it's like, dang, this spot is like beautiful, bro. The sun's hitting me. There's a calm little pond right here that I'm sitting in the middle of. Like, y'all could even see for yourselves. The main point of it is just, you know, you gotta better yourself if you really want to get to where those other people are at. And you know, you really hear that a lot, and it's like, James, but I'm already trying to work out. I'm already trying to enjoy what type of phone I have. I'm already trying to, you know, keep this for as much as I have. But that other guy has this, and you know, I've already bettered myself, and I feel like I deserve that, and I feel like I should enjoy having what they have. It's like everyone should have that, you know? You're not the only one. I feel like, you know, we've came to a point in time where I'm spitting a lot, sorry. I might cut that. I'm definitely cutting that. We've came to a point in time where it's like people can do anything, man. And you can truly do whatever you want to do. We always compare ourselves to the people that are traveling and seeing these beautiful views, and you don't get to go anywhere. But then you realize, you're like, wait, I'm still this young. I don't need to travel yet. And you're like, wait, I can do this if I just do this, and then I put my money into that, and then I focus on this for a little bit. You have to sit there and think sometimes. Truly, there's so much going on in the world. Like, genuinely, like right now, there's so much going on in the world, and it could get overwhelming. It can get concerning. So you escape, and you look at these other people and that's enjoying their life, but you don't know what's going on, back home. You don't know why they're traveling. You don't know how they got there or why they're doing it. I think it's a matter of patience. I feel like where I want to be in life, it's going to truly take patience. And I feel like that will be for everyone. To a degree, I think sports is a fun way to, be productive. I think I did sports in middle school. I think it's a fun way to be productive and socialize and make new friends and better your body and condition yourself. But I think how far we're going now into competing, it's getting bad. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. In terms of industrialization, in terms of just how much people will push themselves to be better than this other team. It gets bad, and some people have pushed themselves so far where it's not even became a thing of enjoyment. It's became a thing of self-centeredism, if that's a word. Being self-centered, and now you're all cocky and all this stuff. I just wonder, could it get better? For us humans, as a functioning society, it's getting scary. Cause I shouldn't be concerned about this. I'm 17, turning 18 January. This isn't something I should be concerned about, but I am. At least, and even when you have siblings, you compare yourself to them, and you try and compete with them to have who love, hey mom, who do you love more? And that's the problem right there. That's the problem. We've been taught at such a young age. Everyone has been taught at such a young age. Rather if it wasn't for your parents, it was school, or if it wasn't school, it was your friends. You go to middle school and they tell you gotta get these grades, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, or you won't be better than this person that was before you, and whatnot. And yes, I feel like I said before, you should be better than the person. You should be bettering yourself and be better than the person that's that birthed you. I feel like I want to be better than my dad, not in a competitive way. Not in a way where it's like, hey dad, I've gotten more money than you and I'm only 20. And it's those things where it's like, you have to stop worrying about, others, and just focus on yourself. And don't get me wrong, I'm still going through these problems myself, but I feel like it's just the principle of the matter where just do you. Just do you. Focus on yourself before, and not even before you compare yourself to one another. Just to enjoy where you're at now, just to enjoy, get that upbringing. Like, I did this alone. I did this. No one did this for me. My uncle was telling me something where it was like, you gotta man up, man. You gotta man up. You gotta realize, like, it's you and yourself. It's you and yourself out here. And it is scary. Like, it gets scary. When he told me that, I was genuinely like, I've been told this at such a young age, but I'm starting to finally realize, like, it's getting there. We're getting there. And to the people who will see this, hopefully you are of age, and hopefully, you know, you are not childish. Maybe you are more on the mature side. It's okay to be childish when, you know, you're enjoying the moment or when you're with your friends and whatnot. But he was saying, you gotta man up. I asked him a question. I was like, how do you ask people something without feeling like you're asking for too much? He was like, you just gotta man up, you know, vocalize. And it's as simple as that. I was like, wow. You know, I'm still thinking about it right now. Look, he makes me want to shed a tear or two. But it's like, he's like, you gotta man up. You know, nobody's gonna help you out in this world. You gotta man up. You gotta ask for what you need and what you want. No matter if you need to do it or not, you know. For how the world's going right now, I don't want to see it get worse. That's all it is. You know, I'm not crying, you know, shedding tears for myself, but it's better, it's more for the world and for how life is being set up now for everyone. It's like AI, you know, AI is taking water, you know, and I could go so deep into that, but that's just for just a reminder, bro. And he went on to say, you know, life is a movie, bro. He was like, life is a movie, man. And I'm like, dang, like, he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. Life, you know, you gotta take life as a movie, and you just gotta keep pushing forward and just be yourself. It's like, I could have done better, and I know I could have done better. But the point is, I'm doing it now. And that's all it is. If you do it now, if you better yourself now, if you think of these things now, and you, even if you're the introverted type and you're just being quiet the whole day, as long as you know that's you and you're the reason, and you know, like, no one's bullying you, no one's forcing you to be quiet, no one's telling you, yo, go to school and doing this. If you're truly introverted, then be introverted. Don't force yourself to be that guy because he has all the eyes and faces looking at him. You can be that guy every here and there, once again, like I was saying, you know, if it's with friends and family and whatnot, but it gets to a point. It's one of those things where it's like, it gets to a point. I don't see why you would need to act like that person just to be a person when you're already you. It's as simple as that. And I hope a lot of people realize this sooner or later, because even then I'm still thinking of it now. Just better yourself. Drink water. I don't know what else to say. Drink water. You know, see what your beliefs and ideals are. Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Those things were your personality, your ideals, your personality, your ideals. I messed up on that one. And how you perceive life. That's the problem right there. That's the problem right there. If you was thinking looks and attractiveness, that's it right there. You the problem. No, let me stop. Let me stop. But nah, it's just like, but that's what genuinely, that's what people, you know, will think throughout the day and all that. It's bad. I just want people to, you know, stop being scary. Go talk to that girl. And I hate to be like that, you know, sound like that guy. It's that easy. Well, all you gotta do is, because I'm still going through it. And yeah, that was it. But those are the things I really wanted to talk about, because it's been on my mind for so long. Ever since that last just a reminder, it's low-key been a hot minute, and I was like, why not? Let me do a quick post. Why not? It's not quick. This is gonna be like 20 minutes long, but hopefully you're still here. Because I will edit this and cut this down as much as I possibly can. But stop competing with somebody who doesn't even compete with you. Like that. First of all, that's so backwards. Like, life is going backwards. Everyone is just thinking backwards. It's like, why compete with somebody who doesn't even know you? Why compare yourself to someone that's across the world, man? It's like the more I truly like think about this more and more and more, I'm starting to think life is already as messed up as it is. Why mess it up even more? Why mess yourself up more over what this person got going? Just a reminder, part 2. That was the subjects, comparing and competing. Remember, the 3 things that differ you from everyone else in this world. This is my my trinity right here, my triple trinity: personality, ideals, how you perceive the world. Not looks, not fame, none of that. Is those 3 things right there. And I will try and stand up to my own ideals as much as I can. Whoever agrees with that and says, okay, that makes sense, then follow that. Follow what makes you feel like you're yourself. And that's all it is. Do the best you can. Do better in terms of just for yourself, because I need to do that. There's some things I've been real scared to do, and everyone has, but at some point, like my uncle said, you gotta toughen up. That's what capitalism teaches. No, let me stop. But hey, drink your water, stay blessed, and do your push-ups. No, let me stop. Let me stop. Hey, Yoki.